What's up, everyone? I wanted to share with you today some results from a long-term client of mine who's been training really hard recently. She's been with me for a while, since before the lockdowns, but like most people, things started to slip a little bit, and it wasn't until November, when the gyms reopened, that we got stuck back into some serious training. So at the time, we did her measurements and she came in at around 33% body fat, which is a bit high for a woman. And like most women, her problem area is her hips. She really wanted to reduce the size of her hips. So they were at the time 102.5 centimeters. So she's just a small, she's got a small frame. But come mid-January, things had started to shift a little bit. So she came down from 33 to 29% body fat, but the hips had only shifted a couple of centimeters. We re-weighed again, start of February. Hips had come down to 97.5, so a couple of centimeters off, and body fat down a couple of percentage again. But she wasn't quite happy with how things were moving, and after a bit of a discussion, even though she was consistent with her training and her diet, she did admit that she'd been having around 5 or 6 drinks per week on average, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you are committed to seeing some really good results, it is necessary to make some sacrifices, and that will most likely include reducing your alcohol. So she came to the conclusion that she wanted to spend all of February not drinking. So of course I was on board with it, and we redid the measurements at the end of February after not having a drop of alcohol, and lo and behold, her hips actually came down to 94 centimeters. And we had set a long-term goal of getting under 25% body fat. She actually came in at 24.3. So, she was very, very pleased with the results, and so was I, and she did really, really well. So her training consisted of 3 days of weight training with me per week. She was consistently hitting 10,000 steps per day, so she was making sure she was active outside of the gym. She was keeping track of what she was eating, and she was doing a couple of walks on a treadmill per week as well. And then, of course, the no drinking for a month. So absolutely fantastic results, and it just proves that if you do put in the effort and make a small bit of some small sacrifices in the short term, you can see some fantastic results. And then once you get to where you're happy with, you can afford to relax a little bit. So I hope this helps to motivate you a little bit. And as always, train hard, eat well, and I'll see you in the gym.